and Wally. How many tally marks though? How many, like 1, 2, how many?
100.
No, like just count how many tally marks, honey. Like this is 1 tally mark, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, just like letter B. So what do we thinking, Wally? Should I do my ones again?
No.
No. How should I count on my tally on my number line?
100.
Not hundreds, close.
10.
Yeah, good job, Wally. Dojo point. So, and Wally says, I'm counting by tens again, Mrs. Dudas. So I'm going to plot 34,000, what? 100? No, wait a second. Yeah, go ahead, Wally.
1 turn to 10 and 10 to 20 because 10 plus 10 is 20 and 1 turn 100 and 1 turn to 10 and 10 to 20 because 10 plus 10 is 20.
Yeah, exactly. So Wally's saying, I noticed in between here, here's all my ones, and I already know if I add 10 more, 10 plus 10 is 20. That's how I can count by tens. Good job, Wally. All right. Hold on. 50, 60, 70. What are we plotting? We're plotting 34,700. Oh my goodness. And Wally, I think you were right the first time. Didn't you say we're supposed to count by hundreds? Because I'm running out of room. I'm only getting to 150. This would be what? 3,200, 210, 220, 230. What was my mistake, Silas? I didn't realize how many tick marks there was, and I didn't realize I should be counting by what, Silas? You were right the whole time. Smarty pants. Look at that. So now we're counting by 100s. So this would be 200. 300. 400. 500. Hey, I'm Wally. Way to be smarter than the teacher, girly. You did. You want to come up here and teach?
I'll come up.
All right, 34,800. Shh. 34,900. You see? Even these number lines are tricky for me, okay? But that's why we're learning them. Right? So we counted by 100 that time. I wonder if I counted by 100 on C, how would I be counting on D? What do we think? What would the strategy be there, Nasir? Counting by 1,000s. Let's see, let's try it out. Let's see if they wanted us to do that. So 340,000. What would be my next number there if I'm counting by thousands? And Wally? Yeah, thousands. So I started at 340,000. What's my next number here, Nasir?
3,441.
I'm not sure, Jude. You're right if we were counting by thousands, but we're almost like counting. Okay, this is tricky because we are counting by thousands, but not just thousands. Place value.
341,000 would be.
Watch this. What am I counting if I plot my line starting with 350,000, Yanni? What am I counting by?
You're counting by thousands.
Not just thousands. Where's my 5 at?
10,000.
Yanni, say that louder for everybody to hear.
10,000.
Yanni says we're counting by 10,000s, not just thousands. We're still counting by 10 on each line up. But place value wise, we're counting by 10,000s. I know that's a little bit confusing, but we're only moving up by 10, like Jude said. All right? So put your, let's see, 370,000. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Oh, what? Wait a second. Wait a second. I made another mistake. I already have a number higher than this. Should I do by ones like you said? Why, Jude?
Because
Everybody's like, come on, Mrs. Dudas. I'm showing you it in this way so you don't make the same mistakes as me. I know that's a little bit confusing, but I want you to understand how easy this happens. Why am I counting by ones, Jude?
because
Not ones, but thousands. So I'm just adding one more. Does that make sense?
if you count by thousands to the seventh tick mark line, if you count to the seventh tick mark line, then you can get to 347,000.
Right. So we're going back to what Wally and Jude said, thousands. Okay. So look, I know that's like, why in the world? But again, do you see how easy we can make a mistake? If we don't go back and look at it and go, does that make sense? We're going to get it wrong. Oh, I just made it. Hold on. Shh, be patient with me. And then here's my 347. So this was according to our value, right? This was our ones, right? Then we moved to tens, right? Then we moved to what? 100s. Then we moved to what? Thousands. Okay? Tricky, tricky. Tricky, tricky. But that was that is what we noticed about the location of each number line. Okay? Just stick with me when these things happen. We learn through mistakes. That's the best way to learn. Okay? All right. Let's move on to page 47. I almost said 347. I feel like I said that number so many times. Okay. Shh. Shh. All right. Can somebody read me this up here in Wally? Shh, I can't hear him, Wally. Assign. Locate. Given number line. Good job, Wally. Your teacher will assign a number for you to locate on the number given line. Now, we're gonna be democratic here. That means we're gonna vote. All right? Shh, don't get too crazy. I'm gonna let you choose. So whoever has the most vote for each number, we're gonna plot it. All right. Raise your hand if you want to plot 347. 1, 2. Raise your hand if you want to plot 3,470. 1, 2. In a tie so far. Raise your hand if you want to plot 34,700. No fans for that number? Man. Raise your hand if you want to place 340,000. I figured that one was going to win. Why did you all vote for that one? Silas.
Because it couldn't be any other than because it's in the
Sit down, Jan.
it's in the 100,000s, not the hundreds. No. 10,000. Thousands. None of the hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. It's only in the 100,000.
Right. And then what else did you notice when you looked down here? We didn't look at this line yet, but what's that number right there, Silas? 400,000. So which one of those numbers is closest? 347. That was smart thinking for those who were being observant. Ben, you wanted to add something.
That is completely not true.
Wait a second. We can start that off by saying, I don't really agree with your thinking. Here's what I thought. Say, I don't agree with your thinking.
I don't agree with your thinking.
Here's, thank you.
So there's 400,000 right there.
Uh-huh.
But then there's 0 right here.
Okay. So what are you saying?
So that doesn't mean that there can't just be D.
It could be anything, but why did Silas want to choose that answer, Ben? What do you think? Why did he want to choose that number specifically? Not all of them, that number in particular.
Because he thought that it was only in the 100,000s, not every number from 0 to 400,000.
Well, he was saying maybe they are counting down here on tally marks by 100,000s. Do you see any tick marks on this number line?
No.
Right, so it could be 100,000s, right? We don't really know that. What else, Genesis?
Because if you're going to do longer.
Yeah, so Genesis said, I agree with Silas too in his thinking a little bit here because, oh my goodness, what happens if I plot 347, Ben?
It's literally just going to do it right there.
It's going to be right here. And then how much counting do I have to get all the way up to 400,000? How much do you think? Am I going to be counting forever? If I'm going to be counting forever, put a thumbs up. If I'm going to be counting not forever, put a thumbs down. Mateo, what do you think? Am I going to be counting forever? See, you know. See, you know. No? So, be patient with me. So, I'm at 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, forever? See? Yes? Yeah. I'll be counting for a really long time in between these two numbers. Now, Ben N, what about 3,470? Somewhere around here. Okay. So there's a lot of tick marks in between here and here, right? To get all the way up to 3,470, right? That's a lot of tick marks. It's not even probably enough tick marks. So, but look how much more distance or how much more I gotta go. So what are you telling me, Ben? How should I count here from 3,470 to 400,000? Should I count by tens, hundreds, or thousands? Okay, so you're saying the next plot line I would make is 3,480, right? That's what you're saying. So that'd be 3,480, 3,490, 3,400, 500, 3,510, 20, 30, 40, 50, you know what I mean? Like that. You could do it that way. You just have a lot more tally marks. Again, I'd have a bunch of tally marks going up to here, right? And don't write all this because you're just going to have to erase it. Okay? Shh. Shh. It's close. You said hundreds, not tens? Okay. So you're saying like this? Like that? Yeah, but look at this number. So you even still, I have like, it would be like 3,670, 3,770. I'm not even in my 100,000s place yet. So I'm still getting a bunch of tally marks in between. You see that? Does that make sense to you? Ben. So now what Silas is saying is this is just my best strategy. You can do it whatever way you want. But Silas is saying this is the best strategy because this is going to take 347 is going to take me a bunch of tally marks. I'll be counting forever. Sit down, Ben. 3,470, even if I count by my hundreds, I'd be having a lot of tally marks to get really messy down here.
Ben, sit down.
34,700? Maybe, but maybe not because we're still, even if we counted in our 10,000s place, there'll still be a whole lot of tally marks. So, if we plot, where would 347 go on this number line? And where? Closer to 400,000 or closer to 0? Okay, so right here. So everybody now plot 347,000 because that's the number we chose. And Silas, you're saying we should count by 100,000s or 10,000s? 100,000s. So you're saying, yeah, by 10,000s. I know this is really confusing. I'm not doing a good job at explaining it. But what you need to focus on is how many tally marks are being plotted here. We're still counting by 10,000s because up here we're still in our 10,000s place, so most likely we would just be counting by our thousands. So listen, we're just going to focus on this. We're counting by our 10,000s here. So where should I start? At 310,000, you think? Like that? If you agree that's my starting plot, raise your hand. 310,000, like that. Silas, Hannah. Yeah, I think that's the best. Ben, what do you think? I know it's confusing. Take a breath. What, 340,000 or 310? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's try it. How about let's try it my way and then see if you change your mind. Okay? Oh. Where? Here?
No, the one next to it.
Oh, thank you. So what were you saying, Ben? Oh, you're saying like if all the numbers that happened before 310,000, is that what you're saying? Yeah, but look, we can plot our greatest number here for counting by 10,000s, right? Don't worry about all the little numbers that happened before 310,000, right? Because we'll have so many tally marks. Does that make sense? So what the lesson's trying to teach you and everybody is if you have an open number line like this and you get a blank number line like this, you're going to have to use a strategy that makes most sense where you can fit enough tick marks in between each number. All right? So that's what it's trying to teach you. All right, now, this one has tick marks down here. So look at number 2. That one has tick marks. So I wonder if it's the same as what we did up here. How many tick marks do I have in between 0 and 400,000? I have 1, 2, 3. How many tick marks did I have up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you guys think? If I only have 3 tick marks there, what do you think, Ben?
So I think that you're taking all the numbers from up there.
Yeah.
Like A, B, C, and D.
Okay.
And then you're placing them on the other number line.
Like down here.
Yeah, like
So you're saying, okay, so you're saying like this?
yeah. Well,
Woo wee, is that confusing?
like that'll go there in the middle.
Yeah, but I can only use the tally marks that are placed here because it already gave me tally marks. I could add, but I'm not going to. What if my instructions were not to add it? And I only had 3. Did you figure it out, Yanni?
I think all you have to do is rearrange this.
Okay.
And then 30, and then 34,000,
Like that?
and then you can put 350.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like that? That was a really good suggestion, Yanni. Can you explain to everybody your thinking and as to why you started with this number and not a smaller number?
My thinking was, if we had a smaller number, we would run out of space. We would run out of space, like, so we can't put it in the middle. We have to work with your group to label the
Yeah, the instructions said label the tick marks. It didn't say to add more. Good job, Yanni, noticing that. Shh, let him explain.
that would basically mean we have to get rid of 347.
Right, because there's no, Yanni, is there a tally mark on my line there?
No, but if we had tally mark,
It would be there. And we would make our own. Good job, Jan. So what Ben and Yanni are saying, they looked at these 3 numbers or 3 numbers up here. And they plotted them on the line. Okay? But they didn't use 347 because they would be too small. Jude.
I have a different way of buying it because see those 3 tick marks and that's 400,000.
Mm-hmm.
So and if we started with 300,000, all we would have to do is count by 30,000. So like
Go up there.
60,000.
Hold on.
90,000.
Can you
And
can
then
now I'm gonna give you big responsibility. So you're taking this responsibility and you're being serious and you're using your power. I'm giving you a responsibility of going up there and showing me with the pen because I don't quite understand what you're saying.
wait, hold on. So you're saying,
Let him show you.
all right,
Jude's gonna try to show his strategy. So 30,000, okay. Okay. Uh-huh. And then how do you get the 400,000? Well, how do you jump from 90,000 to 400,000? Shh, sit down, Yanni.
This tip is the last 30,000.
You're missing something there. Oh, wait a second, because you only have 30,000. Try it again with. Hold on. Try it again with 300,000.
Up here?
No. See where your 3,000 is? Here, I'll show you. What if? I'm confusing myself.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Why not? I think that's a good strategy.
Actually, it could be right.
Why
But
not?
I think.
Why would I? Hold on. Jude, go back to your seat. Why would that be right, Jude?
Because I get why you would say that now, because it could be 300,000 at the beginning where the 0 was, and then you would add 30,000 each time, and I get why you would say that because
Yeah.
there's 400,000.
Right. So it's a different strategy.
There's another way of doing that.
Yeah, still.
Which way? Because I want to get too. Listen, I don't want people to get too confused. Okay?
It's really basic. So first, you can go to
Jude.
start with
Okay. Do me a favor. Clear off the writing. And then write it above our plotted lines.
Alright, so first you start with 100,000.
Go ahead.
You go to 200,000.
Uh-huh.
Then finally you go to 300,000.
Yeah. Shh. Okay, go ahead and sit down, Yanni. Okay. I'm erasing my. Wait, leave that back up, honey. Here. Look, my fingernails are.
Your finger is stuck in the process.
All right. Sit down, Ben. You had, what was it? 100,000.
Stop.
Quit.
And I'm gonna cross this out from here. 200,000. And then 300,000. Like that. Okay. Let me say something. Go sit down. I was up on the board. I like this strategy a lot. And I'll tell you why I like this strategy. Instead of taking those numbers that we had up there, first of all, if I read number 2, it says work with your group to label the tick marks and agree, where each number should be placed, okay? So let's just say we didn't have this direction. All the information we had here was this, our number line, our 0 and our 400,000. We're just looking at a regular old number line, our 0 and 400,000, and there was 3 tally marks in between. Yanni said, I know if I just count by 100,000s, 1, 2, 3, 400,000, that gives me enough here and not 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. I have 3 tally marks, and that makes it simpler. Does that make sense? I know it's really confusing. But do you see that it's easier?
So you put 9.
Because I only have 3 tally marks. So look, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. And that's it. Okay? So you're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm gonna move on because I think I lost you guys. Put the book away. Yes, please. Ben, I'm gonna move on, honey, because we only have listen, it hurts me whenever I can't call on everybody too and get everybody's advice. Okay? I want to have everybody share, but we only have 10 more minutes, and I also don't want to get too far off and confuse more people. Okay? All right, let's see. We only have about 10 more minutes left, so I want to do the exit strategy with everybody. I might have put it on my clipboard. I did. Okay. Here it is. All right. I'm passing these out. We only have 10 more minutes. Less than that. All right. Yeah. What's up, David? To the board? Water? Yeah, go ahead. All right. Shh. Name and date on your paper. I think isn't it the 13th? No. Yeah, it's the 12th. Okay. 3/12/25. Here's the real secret, Yanni. I never know the date. I struggled with that in elementary school. Some things never change. Friday. Shh. All right. Let's just look at number 1 because that's probably all the time we'll have time for. All right. So we spent a lot of time estimating today. So we're guessing, we're estimating. We're not getting the exact number. Turn around. Shh. All right. So number 1 says, estimate the location of 28,500 on the number line and label it with a point. All right. I have, like the problem we just worked on, I have 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks, 3 tick marks. It's very, very close to what we just worked on. Amrula, do you have a strategy? What's up? Go ahead, quickly. All right. I'm going to use Yanni's strategy. Do you agree, Silas, if I did 100,000 here, 200,000 here, 300,000 here? Yeah. I'm going to use Yanni's strategy and plot my lines like this. Yes. We'll have to go as a group. Is it an emergency? He has to go to the bathroom. Bro out.
Row out, sign out, take the pass, and I'm watching my clock. So row out, sign out.
I know, we're gonna talk about it. And it's estimating, so it doesn't have to be exact. So according to my line, this is what the question is asking. This is what the question is asking, okay? According to my line, Benjay, you good? You're just getting tissue? Okay. According to my line, I have plotted here A, B, and C. Okay? Shh. Listen. C is closest to 400,000. B is closer to 300,000. And A is closer to 100,000. So when I'm circle 28,500. So when I look at that number, what plot am I plotting it on? A, B, or C? Jaimir. Say it loud so everybody can hear.
A.
Yeah, A. Why A?
Because A's in the hundreds and it's under hundreds. Wait, can I tell you how I found it?
Sure.
So basically, you know how like in between the hundreds, thousands is 50,000. So that means you go like 30, only like 20 down, and then estimate between 25,000 and 30,000, and then like in the middle would be like 28,000.
Yeah, I see your thinking there. But just so we stay on course, we don't confuse too many people. The reason why we chose A is because this is a lot smaller than all the way over here, 400,000. Okay? All right. Go ahead and put your math books away. And your sheets in your take-home folder.